Good morning, everyone. We want to welcome you all to another episode of the Black Market Podcast, brought to you by Hack the Markets. I am one of your co-hosts, AC, also known as the Market Oracle.
Good morning, everybody. I'm one of your co-hosts, Jerome Vincent, also known as the Market Prodigy. And I just want to take a second out to thank all my fans out there on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook for supporting the Market Prodigy for all these weeks here. I mean, we in for a great run, y'all. That's all I want to say.
You got fans out there, man.
Oh,
Yes.
You getting fan mail, man.
oh man, hey, that what's up, man. Hey, that what's up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Raheem the Dream. Let's get it, man.
Let's get it, guys. Let's
Wait,
get
wait,
it.
wait, wait, wait. What? I mean, I feel some kind of way. We are missing 4K Kenny and the Haitian
Haitian
sensation.
sensation
Are we
and
gonna
OK
start out
Ken
on
ain't on
Monday
here,
with
man.
the
That's
Haitian
messed up, ain't it?
sensation? I hope he's somewhere watching this.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they'll probably be watching it.
You feel
They'll
like
watch it
Rick
later
Smiley
on.
show got Black Tony not showing up for work.
Exactly.
Hey, we gotta call him live. Be like, where you at?
Yeah, exactly. Put them on the speakerphone.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it wouldn't be too bad. See what they have to say. Be like, why aren't you here, sir?
Hey, real quick, this just popped up in my head. I woke up yesterday. I was feeling some kind of way. These market makers, boy, they pulled a fast one on me on Friday. So
Right.
I looked at my analysis and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna do like a quick day trade on stock called STX. It had dipped down or whatever. I bought me a $95 strike on it. It went down. I bought it on the dip or whatever. I just knew it was gonna bounce. So I was like, oh, it's going to $94. The whole day it was sitting at this support level, then bounce. As soon as the market ended, and as soon as my contract expired, this thing went exactly to $94. I
Wow.
feel some kind. I feel some kind of way about it. All I could do was laugh.
He held you the whole time.
That's
They
messed
held
up.
it the whole time. I mean, it went up on strong volume and went directly to 94. It was like a $2 or $3 move right after the bell rung.
Oh
And
man.
I would have made me a quick, $2, $3, $400 or whatever. And
Real
I'm like,
quick.
Hey,
And
come
that's just
hey,
off
on,
they
a
gotta
hundred
man.
they gotta
shares,
come
man.
in. They gotta come in and sweep them every now and then.
Yeah.
They gotta
I
sweep
would,
them
but
every now
I
and
mean, I laugh because I would have been upset if my analysis was wrong. But I laugh. I'm like, my analysis was spot on. It's just, man, he was holding it. But I got caught with my pants down because basically I just need to get a longer contract.
Yeah. It happened to the
then.
best of us
I
though.
I gambled, I threw a couple dollars out there, so
Hey, we try
it
to
is
get
what
them
it is.
cheap. We try to get them cheap ones, them
Yeah.
discounts sometimes. You know,
It
Right. I
happened to the
mean,
like to
best
get them
of us.
discounts.
I mean,
it's bargain shopping.
it is what it is.
I bought it super cheap. It ain't like I paid a premium for it. So
Yeah.
Facts, facts.
Yeah. Just as long as
Shit.
you ain't paying too much for it, that's all you can ask.
I don't know. I mean, if it was big money, I would not have been laughing yesterday.
Oh, I bet. I
Hey, well,
bet.
we should be getting some action this week, man. I feel like we got a little shake
Yeah.
around a little bit on this Monday. You know,
I
Monday
mean,
be the reset button sometimes.
anytime you can put up 100 to get 1,000 real quick, I'm gonna go for it every time.
Oh, I'm going for it all the time too. I'm definitely going for it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so
So,
What y'all think finna happen today, man? What y'all got? It look like we got some action on. I know you was talking about the S&P earlier, Jerome.
yeah, I mean, I was looking over the weekend right after I looked at how the market maker screwed me over on that STSX stock. I started looking at, okay, I do my prep work on the weekend to see how am I gonna be trading for the upcoming week.
yeah.
So, I go and take a look at the S&P and the NASDAQ, and I'm like, ooh, these levels right here, like we've been eating, man. People have been spending these stimulus checks and everything. We at a high point right now. I feel like it's gonna be some kind of pullback. Same thing with the Nasdaq. We're at a high point, and I think it's gonna be a pullback. So that's my analysis that
Yeah.
I saw. And then I looked this morning and like 2 or 3 very reputable news sites, they've got headline news saying, hey, the S&P is about to drop 10% or whatever. S&P 500, NASDAQ is about to drop. So, I mean, that's something really to consider. And then your guy here, Warren Buffett, he's got this saying here, the whole sell in May and go away
Yeah.
is about to take effect, where he's saying right now your money is best suited and like a ETF. I agree with that, but it really depends on what kind of trader you are.
Yeah.
But
Cause that's
the
really
adage
talking to those
behind
passive guys.
sell in May and go away
Yeah.
is the fact that instead of it's vacation season.
Yeah.
So you've
Facts.
got your money and you got to decide what are you going to do with your money. So some people, instead of investing it into the stock market, they're going to take their money out of the stock market, take their gains from over the past, because we've been in earnings season for a couple of weeks now, right?
Yeah. About a
Yeah.
week
Some
or two now.
Yeah, so some people may be taking their gains or whatever and taking it out of the market and using that as vacation money. So if we see that across the market, that makes sense for some for us to see a dip, coupled with the fact that right now the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, they're hovering near all-time highs right now. As good the economy is, you know, stocks don't always move in one direction. They're gonna go up, down, and sideways. So it's time.
Hey, how much money you think these people got from the stimulus still left?
Oh boy, man, let me tell you,
Hey,
I
they
was
ready
I
for the
was
next one. That's what they looking for
I
now.
was
The
on
next one.
Facebook.
That's what they
I was
looking
on
for.
Facebook, and somebody took a picture of a sign from Popeyes that said that stimulus money gone now. Oh, that's about
No
now
way.
hiring. It said now hiring. That
Now
stimulus money
hiring.
gone now.
Now hiring
Ooh,
because the
it was
stimulus money is gone.
it
Hey,
was
do you
funny,
know that I
but it was
heard so
real.
many people saying that they did not go to work? It was like, well, people were was telling me stories about how people were getting these stimulus checks and just not coming to work. Like they were just
Oh,
like, screw it,
oh,
I'm not coming
I
back to
believe
work.
that.
Like I'm
Cause
out.
I tell you a story too about that, man. I was trying to get some contractors to come out here and look at my yard, you know, get this retaining wall built. And I have never called, 5 different landscaping companies, a different contractor, and couldn't get nobody to give me a quote.
They got them PPP loans, man. They said, hey,
Hey,
we balling right now. We don't need no money.
they ain't trying to work
The
for nothing.
government got us
They ain't
right
trying
now,
to
I
man.
do
We
mean,
taking
nothing.
6 months off.
between PPP stimulus and these refund checks from
Man,
tax, man, folks be
God.
like, how they be feeling themselves?
Hey, hey, they feel they said for what, a good month, two
Yeah,
months.
it's like a sugar high, boy.
Hey, all
Then
I
it
can say you better
crashes, and now they
invest
out
it.
here looking crazy. Like that's not good financial management. That's all I'm gonna
You better
say.
invest it. Better
You
put it in
gotta
the
do something
markets.
better than that. You can't go out here and blow the stimulus and your tax money, and then because I mean, like, how many times are we gonna get a stimulus check? I can count the times that we're probably gonna get a stimulus check. Because how
Facts.
many times have we gotten stimulus checks leading up to 2020?
Mm, I
I
I
ain't
think
ain't
the
never
never
heard
last
of
heard.
time it had
that.
been like with Clinton or something like that. Maybe Bush. I don't know. I don't know. Did Obama give us Obama may have I don't know. But I know it's
No,
been a very, very long time. Like it's not something that you can just count on every year to get.
Right, right. Hey, that's fact. Hey, guess one thing they do count on their refund,
That's
but
that's definitely something
but
that you can count on.
but ain't no reason to burn through it every single year.
Nah.
hey,
Do
last time,
something
I mean, I
different.
don't get a stimulus check, but I do remember when I was back in school, boy, and then you get them
Oh man, you
them
get the
school
refund check?
refund checks, them loan
Refund.
refund checks,
Man.
boy, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Nah. That was the best
Hey,
thing, man.
hey, I was going to the casino, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I'm going to the
everybody
club.
trying to
Hey,
flip it.
hey,
Hey,
drinks
back
on
then,
me.
man, everybody was flipping it. Everybody flipping money, man. They acrobats with the money, man.
You got to.
Hey, I'm about to buy me a new chain, everything,
Man,
man.
what? They Cirque du Soleil with the money, man.
But
But you know,
Universal Circus with the money, man.
but think about it. That's that same crowd now that who was doing it with the refund check.
Exactly.
It's that you gonna take that same. thought process of handling your finances the same way.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't
True.
continuously do that. Because
No.
I mean, like people say, if you want different results, then you have to do different things.
Mhm.
So you
But
can't
hey,
keep inputting the same stuff and
you're
then
gonna have to
expect
pay
that
the
you're going to
piper.
get a different result.
It's
So
fact.
now I look at
It's
it and I
fact.
was like, man, what if I would have put half of those refund checks, just kept it in the bank and just paid off that stuff? I would have less money to pay off in
Yep,
student loan. Like, granted, I can pay off the student loan now, but I would have less to pay off. And really, you got to put that's where the time value of money comes in too, because now it ballooned even more because of the interest. Or
exactly.
at the very least, that refund check that you can get, you can go ahead and just pay the interest on that stuff. You ain't got to pay the principal balance on it, but pay the interest down on it.
Hey,
Just pay
Yeah,
the interest.
yeah.
we're gonna talk about making some money, y'all. We're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
do
most
that.
definitely.
Oh
We're gonna
Hey,
yeah,
do
man.
that.
Just the stuff that you see as you get older and older, and you're like, man, I can't do that. I wish I would have known some of that stuff now that I know now.
yeah,
But you still have a chance to apply that stuff to like credit
Yeah,
card debt.
it ain't never too
Just being
late.
smart about stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
most definitely. That's
Yeah,
really
we're
what
gonna
it
have
is. It's just being
some
smart.
sessions. We do have like sessions about like just the stock market in general and trading or whatever. But I see in the near future, we can have some stuff about just being financially stable or just making smart decisions
Yeah,
with that on like credit cards or whatever, and like balance transfers and just smart things to do
yeah,
with
exactly.
your money, and knowing about the interest rates. And hey, do I have a good interest rate? Do I have a bad interest rate?
Yeah,
Sending you
that stuff is
sites out
important.
there like Nerd Wallet or whatever, so you can compare the different types of credit cards that are out there and take advantage
mhm.
of like these bonus points and stuff like that. I mean, it's all out there.
Yeah,
It's just
and
freeing up money for you to invest in other stuff.
yeah, and
True.
that's some curriculum that we are developing in house too. For our premium subscribers, it's not going to be for the free or for the basic, but for our premium people, just putting together plans for just budgeting and things of that nature, so that you can actually have the money to invest. So a lot of that stuff, man, just making smart decisions. A lot of that stuff is just common sense in some cases, and in some cases it's just certain concepts and tips that need to be taught. And I mean, if people knew about it, they probably would follow along a little bit
Hmm.
more
It's
better,
true.
a little better than what they
Yeah.
do now.
I say when you know better, you do better. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes you
definitely.
can't really say, well, shame on you, because everybody growing up don't have parents who are financially savvy or whatever, and the people that
Exactly.
you're growing up around may not know how to handle money, so you don't know any better because nobody taught you better. But that doesn't mean, I mean, we got to realize that, hey, we do have the whole world basically at our fingertips via the internet, instead of being
Yep.
on Instagram 10 hours a day or Facebook 10 hours a day. be,
Instagram.
be on it 9 hours a day and spend 1 hour looking at, hey, how can I improve myself? How can I improve my financial situation or something like that? And that can really go a long way.
Yeah, most definitely will.
Facts.
Most definitely will. Paying attention to this podcast right here, man, would have made you a lot of money. Just over these few episodes, all the picks that we've thrown out, man, you could have made some
We're
money
gonna
off of
talk.
that.
We're gonna
Oh
talk. We're
God,
gonna give away some money on here.
Exactly, for real.
man, we need to start summarizing this stuff, and I'm gonna start going back through here and be like, hey, remember we called this here? Man, you could have made $1,000 since this
Yeah,
episode if you
exactly.
would got in on this pick. We drop this stuff just as a matter of fact or whatever, but these are things that we're getting into, and
Yeah, exactly.
we're making money on this stuff all the time. If
Yeah,
you take the advice of what we give on this show, I mean, you'll see we can start showing you our track record. I mean, it's nothing for us to hide. We're making gains and wins and positively predicting what's gonna happen. Just like we're saying, this pullback in the S&P 500, it's gonna happen. If you're smart, you're either gonna pull your money out, You're going to be hesitant about opening new positions in some sectors or whatever, so that you don't lose money, or even better, take a short position, or just buy some puts so that you can make money while the stock market is going down.
Hey, and while we're talking about markets going down, I got an article I want to talk about, man.
Oh, he got a
Oh
smile on
man,
his face. This ain't about Regeneron Joe, is it?
and it's not about Regeneron Joe today, but hey, this thing, man, I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it, and now I am finally getting some evidence. I'm getting the evidence that I wanted to find. Okay, so here we go.
Don't be picking on J&J either.
I'm not picking on J&J either. I'm
Uh-oh.
talking about. I am now talking about. This has nothing. Well, I mean, I guess COVID is a reason. Is a reason why, but I'm not talking about COVID this time. I am actually talking about evictions. Ooh,
Hey,
the
Evictions.
nasty E word,
why you
evictions.
smiling about that?
Because now what's gonna happen is I'm not necessarily smiling that evictions are about to happen, but I am happy that the housing market should start correcting itself pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I knew where you was going with that. I got some. I'm gonna let you finish, but I got some thoughts that I need to get off my chest about that.
So
Mm.
basically, this is what is going to speed the process up. So, of course, we know that it's the moratorium and all that stuff that's keeping a lot of people from getting evicted right now. Well,
Right.
what is about to start happening is it looks like by November 2020, which was last November, 43 states have encouraged or allowed remote eviction proceedings. So, guess what's going to happen? They said that they have now got these evictions to now 30-second trials. Some of these things are 30-second trials. Judges are muting tenants. All types of problems are going on. So guess what? Supply
Pay the
is
money.
coming back to the housing market.
Hmm.
But you know
Hey.
what? I kind of been waiting on this, because I understand the whole thing about stimulus and people losing their jobs, and if you lose your job or whatever, or they have like these layoffs because of COVID, because the customers aren't coming in, your bottom line is there, and you want to lower your operating costs, so you got to say, okay, well, we're going to reduce our staff. I get that. But then I also know, just like we've got welfare or whatever, you got a certain percentage of people in the country who are going to take advantage of this situation too. And they probably didn't even plan on pay. They didn't want to pay in the first place or whatever. So they're taking advantage of this. This is one of the reasons why I didn't even consider, looking at like a rental property or something like that, because in my mind, I get it from that side, but it's always two sides of the story. So, what about the person who has rental properties or whatever, and his tenant does not pay? Well, somebody's got to pay. So, is that fair for me if I have a rental property for them not to pay? So then, not only do I have to pay the mortgage on mine, I have to pay, the mortgage on the rental property too,
Mm.
because my
You
tenant
better
is
Hey.
not
not.
pay too.
So why should I have to pay multiple just because they're not paying? I could have got affected too,
Hey, you better
but
not
I
pay
just
too.
I just so happen to care about my credit score, and even worse, their credit score is not even being affected. So I feel
That,
some
Hey.
kind of way
Hey,
about that.
maybe you should have did what they did too.
that's what I was about to say. First off, what you should have did was not pay. That's the first
You
thing you
was
should have
trying
did
to
was
be too
not pay.
tough.
The
He takes
second thing
money.
is they gonna tell you, sir, why did you have so many rental properties? So you better not pay.
Nah, see that right there, that's like that. Going back to my favorite game, which probably made me the man I am today, which is Monopoly. I mean, that property
Hey,
tax gonna come for all
you
them
can definitely make
hotels
money off of it when people land on the
and
property, but when
houses.
people not landing on the
Hey,
property and you ain't got that money and you land on somebody else's property, ooh,
Hey, but the
it's
thing is, they
scary.
landing on your property. If they your tenants, they own your property.
hey,
You ain't making money.
but just because they in there don't mean that they gonna pay you all the time. They
But
might
that
pay you
ain't
that
right.
first
They
month.
supposed
They
to,
might
Look,
because
have the most
hey,
beautiful record that you've ever seen. and you just like, oh man, this is the most flawless, perfect family.
But
You get them in
my
there, they pay you that first 2 months, and then from then on, you never hear from them again. What you
my
gonna do?
fundamental philosophy on this is you expecting something for nothing. How
Hey,
can you expect how can you expect to live anywhere for free?
hey, you
Even
talking
if
about
you
them squatters?
listen,
Hey, that what them
even if you
squatters do?
Section 8, you paying something.
Them squatters do. The squatters go there and
Yeah,
they
because
get
they
there
Hey,
doing them
there's some
and
people
they
loopholes or
out
go
here,
to
whatever.
man.
their
Hey,
spot. Now I done
There's some
seen
squatting,
people
that.
out here that
squat.
don't pay
Oh
nothing.
yeah,
They
they
ain't
good.
trying to pay nothing.
It's not legal. It's not legal. When you get caught, you better have a backup plan, or you gonna be out there in these Georgia
Right.
cold nights.
Hey, hey, some
Uh,
of these states, man, let the squatters stay in there.
Because
yeah.
they too lazy.
Oh,
They
because they
don't want to
stay
deal
long
with.
enough, they
Yeah,
get
if they
on the
stay long
property.
enough.
Yeah.
If
Oh
they
my,
stay
that's
long enough,
crazy.
because it's kind of like,
Hey,
the same thing about how they say that if you're together too with a
Yeah, that
person long
common law
enough, like a
marriage.
he
girl or
ain't
Common
something,
law
lying.
marriage.
you
7 years.
married.
7 years. I know folks who be keeping count. They be like, I got 3 more years. No lie. they, they running the shot clock down, boy.
Oh man, they out there holding it. They said, "Yeah, we finna win this championship."
But yeah, I knew it was coming that they were gonna come back around and start doing it. I'm glad that they're doing it. I'm speaking for the small percentage of people who probably had the ability to pay but didn't pay. Now granted, if you lost your job and you could not pay, I understand. But I also think that if that property was leased out to somebody who couldn't pay, I don't think I don't think that the bank or whoever, I think that they should have just suspended that or whatever. And why penalize the person whose name is under in the first place?
Hey, they gave you the chance to suspend it. You didn't take it.
You shouldn't have not paid.
So okay, let me ask you this. So if they suspend it, does the interest stop too?
No, they get when they what happened when they do. I'm gonna tell you what they do, Jerome.
They want
I'm
their
gonna tell you
money.
what they do. Look, I'm gonna tell you what they do because I sit here and put it on the screen right now. I took advantage of it, and guess what? I didn't have to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I made a smart move, and guess how? Because I didn't have to accrue any extra interest.
Mhm.
I decided to put the payments on the back of the loan, and they done gave me a darn COVID mod. Well, now I'm not paying 6% on my rate anymore. I'm paying 4%.
Oh wow.
So
So
they
that's
Oh,
nice.
just
that's like
they done set it up for me to be successful, and I took
that's
advantage
a
of it.
that's a built-in refinance right there.
Basically,
Yes, sir.
that's basically what that is. Like I would have definitely did
What a
the
little
same thing.
refund on that Joker. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely would have did the same thing.
So that's how it worked, Jerome. You know, I know you was on the other side and didn't take advantage of it, but you know,
You
hey,
should have not paid, man.
Hey, I'm just looking at it both ways.
hey, we know both ways now, man. Hey,
Yeah,
gotta weigh it out.
got
Gotta weigh
to.
that out, but dang, hey, it is tough for a person that actually has a rental product because they're not thinking to the next level. They're like, no, these people just saying they can't pay me because the government allowed them. What about
Yeah,
me as a business owner?
exactly.
They're like it'll discourage you from being able to do that. And it's like almost the same way I feel about student loans. When they come in and say, hey, we wiping out student loans if you make less than 50K a year, if you make less than 70K a year. So you penalizing me for going and pursuing, you penalizing me for being successful. You penalizing me for getting a degree that I worked hard for.
It's
I
just
mean,
a high earning degree.
I know what you're
that's
saying.
right. That's what it's
Hey,
saying. Like, I could have went and got a little BS degree or
I
whatever,
could have did English or
and
history.
and
man,
I ain't gonna name no stuff, but I could have got a little degree where I didn't have where it wasn't that hard or whatever. You know, I could skip class, I can make A's in my sleep or whatever, go to all the
yeah,
parties and do whatever. I might not make that much money when I get out of school. And then I know in the back of my mind, because history tells me that I'm probably gonna get my student loans wiped out. That's BS to me. That don't sit
Hey,
right with
hey, what you think? How you feel
It's
about all the
encouraging people to
rappers
be
and the
mediocre.
actors and stuff like
right.
that?
That's the mindset. I don't like that. I can't even be in company of people
The
Yeah.
who think
rappers
like that,
and
man.
what Donald Trump, you know, all them folks like that got all that money coming in. They figuring out a way.
Yeah.
What is it though?
I mean, to me, it's do less to get more. And like your luck gonna run out with that. Your
Yeah.
luck gonna run out with that because you don't know what next president's gonna come in and what agenda they have, and they can reverse all that.
Well, what you think about folks getting food stamps and don't need them?
You said and don't need them.
If they
Don't
don't
get.
need them, man, that's
I ain't
messed
gonna.
up,
I'm
man.
not gonna touch on that. I'm not gonna go there with food stamp. Y'all gonna get me kicked out this stuff. I'll be in that. We gonna be in jail. I'm telling you. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
Oh man.
That's too funny, bro.
Hey, put me
Hey,
on mute.
that's the same thing,
Put
Jerome.
me
That's what
on
I'm
mute.
saying. Bro, you gotta
Take me
find
out
hey,
the
some
game,
folks
coach.
need that stuff, man.
Oh man, that's
Y'all
too
done put
funny.
a mic in front of the wrong person, boy.
Hey, and then speaking of all this stuff right here,
Got able-bodied people who ain't working. What? Stop.
yeah.
Change the subject.
Hey, speaking of that though, speaking of the workers and all that stuff, how y'all feel
Oh
about
man.
GM? So GM says that they plan to invest $1 billion for EV production, but it's going to be in Mexico.
In Mexico,
It's going to
so
be in
and somebody else
Mexico.
has something in Mexico too.
So
You
I
know
think they
that
already
bottom
have a
line.
facility or something in Mexico right now. But we're talking about jobs. We're talking about COVID. We're talking about people getting evicted. We're talking about all this stuff. And then they say they're going to put $1 billion into jobs, but in Mexico.
I they care more about the bottom dollar. This is a capitalist economy or whatever society. So it's operating cost. They saying, hey, if I can produce this at 50 cents per unit instead of $2 per unit, I'm
Hey,
gonna do it. But and they
that's
also
a fact.
saying middle finger to the United States. This
Hey,
is about me and my bottom line and
that's
my
what I'm
profit
saying.
margin.
Cause
Yeah, they could have went to Arizona like everybody else and said, "Hey, I'm gonna do a gigafactory here or whatever. This is where I'm gonna go." But they said, "No, we going further than Arizona. We going to Mexico.
we going
Get y'all."
south. And we don't mean in the south. We don't mean the deep south. We mean south. South
So
south.
let me ask this: so why go to? Why are the prices in Mexico? Why are the operating costs in Mexico cheaper than they are in the United States? Is it because the people in Mexico are willing to take less money to do it?
Oh
Cause the
man.
peso is getting beat up on by the US dollar.
But I think that's what it
There we
is. They're
go. There we
thinking.
go, AC. I think that's what it
But
is.
it's like it's coming full circle because they are willing to take less money to do the same thing. Meanwhile, here in the United States, what's going on with minimum wage right now? Everybody, it used to be $5, then it was $7, then it was $15. The
No,
jobs,
they trying to
the
move it to
Man,
scope
15
of
now.
work for these jobs has not changed. People just want a lot more money for what they're doing. So they want a lot
yeah.
more. And then people from other countries say, hey, they step in and say, hey, I don't need $15. I'll do it for $8.
Yeah.
Hey, they
So
undercutting out
I'm
here,
not
man.
saying I'm just presenting the facts.
I
I'm gonna stay
mean,
on the fence
that's
and
Hey,
tell
you
definitely
you
what's
right now.
happening.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's not what's happening. That's definitely what's
Well, what
happening.
about China? Well, China just the Asian countries. You think they just make it more efficient, or do they work at a lower rate as
well, you
well?
got to realize
Like
like with China,
Switzerland.
that's they're not capitalists. There's communism there. So their whole thing is not to be better than my neighbor or whatever. It's they're looking at a total point of view of how can we all kind of be on the same scale
Yeah.
and still
Mm-hmm.
so we're working about not necessarily having our unemployment and our poverty and homeless levels down. They want to make sure that across the board we're better. So you're not going to have that disparity and in terms of hey, this person right here make $30,000, and then over here you
Yeah.
got a millionaire. who ain't never missed
Yeah, they ain't
a,
doing that over
a
there.
5-course meal in
Right.
his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He eat 5 times a day.
Yeah, you got a
Right.
couple people over there that's millionaires and things of that nature, but it's not that many. I mean, well, I'm not gonna
Mm.
say it's not that many, but it's different. The culture is different.
Yeah, that's why they looking for Jack Ma now.
Hey, they say that
Nah, I'm playing.
the
Stop.
United Auto Workers, they say that this is a slap in the face for U.S. taxpayers and the workforce, though. So they're heated. The United Auto Workers Union.
Mm. I mean, that's crazy because under the whole President 45 administration, I don't even want to mention his name. Everybody's trying to champion we need to bring jobs back to the United States. And that notion I agree with. I know that he was probably patting his own pockets and the people's pockets who got him into that position
Yeah.
in the first place or whatever. But that's what's going to fix our unemployment rate, is to bring more jobs here. But the capitalistic society that we were built on in our economy allows for that to happen, where a business can say, hey, I want to make sure that my profit margin, Alexa, end alarm, for us to say that I want to focus on my profit margin. I have the right to do so, but that's when we get into ethics. Hey, what I'm able to do this, but is this morally right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, the judge and the jury on this is going to be, really, it's going to come down to the the government's not going to do anything about it, but it's going to come down to the consumer. What the consumer going to do about it? Consumer
Yeah.
could say, hey, I don't like this, so I'm going to boycott your product until you, because
Hey, look, so all right, so I gotta say one thing on this.
come on.
I understand what you're saying, that the
I'm
business
just
is
playing
being
devil's
smart.
advocate.
They being smart, they picking the best way they can make their product the most efficient, save the most money by not supporting, you know, the country that they actually originated out of. Which I can see, that, but they are spreading jobs to another country that they apparently don't really have jobs and can't make money like that, because a lot of them try to come to the U.S. to make money. So I feel like it's also, and we can look at it on the bright side, is we helping out, another country,
All right, and I'm
helping
gonna
them
stop. I'm gonna
get
stop you right there real quick and say, okay, I'm in my 18 wheeler or whatever, moving my raw materials and everything. Now look at what you done did. You done passed by 8 sets of projects in the United States to go
Dang.
help people outside of your borders. So yeah, I get it. You helping people, but we got people
That's what we
sleeping on the
known for.
streets here
I
in
feel like
Atlanta
we
on the
known for that,
bridges and
man.
stuff.
The U.S. known for that. We help a whole country. We were helping them fight the war over there in
Hey,
the Middle East, and
we
we ain't
known
need
for that,
no. You
but
know
that
what
don't
I'm
make it
saying?
right.
We
That
know
don't make
that
it right.
it ain't right. It ain't right, Jerome. You right. It ain't right.
I'm running for president, damn it.
It ain't right.
First campaign speech.
Uh,
Oh man.
I got to get some records expunged first.
Oh man.
Yeah, for the guys, man.
So man, what y'all picks looking like? What y'all looking at this week?
Oh man, I got it. I got a few.
You got a few of them.
I tell y'all some popular picks that I have right now. I
Mm-hmm.
say one that I was looking at this weekend is Twitter.
Okay.
Um, I would say put it
I
on your
think
watch list or whatever. I'm gonna sit and wait on Twitter. From a annual basis, Twitter is at a very low point right now, sitting at about $54.
I
I
think
say
Kathy
within,
Wood just came in there and bought a whole bunch of shares.
she bought it for a reason, because based on my technical analysis, where I'm looking at this, oh, you buy this at a steal right now.
Yeah.
It's at $55. It's gonna be getting back up to $68 soon, and very soon. So she knew what she was doing.
Okay.
Same thing with the reason why she bought Skills. Skills had dropped down from a percentage standpoint to that same level, and we already see skills had dropped down to $12. It's at $17 right now. It's got a pullback, but we know that it's going up to around that $27 range or whatever. And we know she invested heavily in skills, but it makes sense with skills too, because a lot of people are moving and migrating to that gaming industry or whatever. And
Mhm.
she dropped, matter of fact, to make room in her portfolio, she dropped a lot of shares, a lot of her positions of space, which is Virgin Galactic, and she replaced them with skills. And you said she just went in on Twitter too.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's making
Oh
some good
man,
moves.
she pushing something.
Yeah, it's technical analysis that she's looking at, because
Yeah.
these stocks, they're traditionally, historically, they've had high volume sales, but they're just at great bargains right now, and it's a smart move.
Hey, that's what I'm going with too then. No,
Mm.
I got a interesting one though. I got Carvana. We all know that new cars are not being produced right now as rapidly as they should be. We got a lot of shortages going on, so used cars are actually going up. Like sales and the prices of used cars are going up. Um,
Mm.
so not only Carvana, but also looking to AutoZone, O'Reilly, and Advanced Auto Parts. Because of these used cars, the
Hmm.
components for these used cars, which are sold at these stores right here, are probably going to be, bought a little
Yeah,
bit more often now. So that right there will give those guys a boost as well too. But Bank of America also upgraded Carvana as well too. So that's another good thing. They
isn't
say that they have a
Carvana?
lot of
Don't they?
inventory to
Don't they bring
supply.
the car to your house?
Yeah, Carvana brings it to your house. They
Yeah.
have some competition with another company called Vroom, but
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much
I remember.
they're the biggest players though that do that right now. And like I said, they have a large inventory, so they should be able to cash in on this booming used car demand that we're seeing right now.
Mm.
Speaking of
Hey,
cars, real quick, did y'all hear that Lyft was going out of business, or that they're being bought out?
No, I didn't hear about that one.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
lift
look
on.
more
Okay.
into it. I thought they were selling to like another car company. I'll look into it. I thought I saw
Okay.
something on that recently, but yeah,
Yeah,
probably on the
I
next
haven't heard that one.
episode I have some more information on that one. But yeah, man, that opened my eyes. I was like, I knew they were having some financial issues or whatever, but I didn't know they were at that decision point. They were at that level where they had to make a
Yeah.
decision. I don't think they're going away, but I think they were partnering with like another automaker or whatever, and so they can keep their name going. But they had to sell their shares to them, or planning to. But that could be a rift right there in stock
Yeah.
prices. So
Yeah,
I'll keep
most
y'all
definitely.
posted on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I
All right.
might have something on those car services too on that next episode. So that's a nice topic right there. Transition.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
so my pick I got is Verizon. So Verizon, they actually just sold Yahoo and AOL
I
for
saw
like
that.
five billion or so. And if y'all look at the weekend on their stock, man, they had a spike for like a lot of dollars. A huge spike, and they already done pulled back
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
right here today, ready to go. So, you know, I will try to catch that train if I
Okay.
can.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I like what I see.
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
Oh
So
yeah, ooh, mm,
what you seeing? You seeing? Oh, so y'all seeing some good stuff. See, I'm not looking at it right now.
yeah.
If you know, you know.
I I will share my analysis with our premium members on this one. I got to keep
Okay.
this one close to the chest. This is a real money maker right here.
Hey, okay. Okay. That sounds like
Hey,
good stuff right there then. So
yes,
Yeah.
speaking
sir.
of our premium members, we want to go ahead and remind everyone to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to make sure that you can continue to get access to the Black Market Podcast as well as all the other webinars and other free material that we put up on our YouTube. Um, definitely head over to hackthemarketstrading.com. We got free accounts over there that give you access to a lot of different things. We also got paid services over there as well too. If you need any help or if you need any help with the analysis, as like Jerome is going to provide for some of our premium clients later. So definitely check us out. Follow us on Twitter and like our Facebook page as well too.
Hey, before we get out of here today, I got a question for you, AC.
What is that?
Right over your shoulder. What is that in the background?
See, that's my book. I think it's coming up backwards though, but that's my book, man.
It's
I
so
see
good
it.
on my side.
Yeah,
It don't show
it
white
does.
on my side though, so it's
Hey,
backwards.
hey, it ain't for you. It's for the people.
I understand what you're
It's
saying, but I
for the
think it's gonna come
people.
up backwards, man.
Hey,
So,
I think that's a
hey,
bug. That's a bug in the system. Someone told me that as well on our
mhm.
Microsoft Teams.
Yeah.
So I think you good to go, man. You safe.
Okay.
You safe.
Yeah. So I mean, my boy, he too humble. He ain't gonna say nothing about it. But I'm gonna throw the lob for him. I mean, it's a reason why we successful, man. This
That
guy, he's not telling you what he out here reading. This guy wrote the book on it.
Yeah.
I mean, this
facts.
book is available on Amazon. You see it right there. Simple
Yeah.
trading techniques, powerful results. Some of the strategies that we utilize, it's all in this book. If you
Exactly.
are a new novice trader, you don't know what a stop order is, you never even
Mhm.
put in a trade before, you can pick up this book from day one and learn about the stock market, learn how it works. This is fundamental analysis. So if you're at that point where, hey, I want to get interested and introduced to the stock market, pick up this book so that you can know about it. Once you get the book, and then you're saying, well, maybe I need somebody to hold my hand or whatever while I'm
Mhm.
getting introduced, because I just want to put my feet in the water or whatever, but I don't want to lose any money. So that's where the power of our subscription services come from, where we're that 24/7 helpline, support line that you need. Of, hey, you can hit us up and say, hey, I'm not sure, I got a couple $100,
Yep.
I want to put my money here. I know this is probably a good stock because I read this book, but what do you think about it? That's the power of our subscription service.
Exactly.
So I know he wasn't gonna want to say it, but man, that's a great book. Good read. Go out there and take a look at it. And I also want to say that all the stuff that we give you is in house. We're not getting signals from other people. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
not going online and saying, hey, this is what Kathy Woods is doing, and
Mhm.
that's what we're doing. We're not following Kathy Woods and Pete and Jaron. They are great people. Sometimes, we say smaller, follow the smart money or whatever. I look at it because I say, dang, I just got in on this too, and she also got on in this too. But that just confirmed
Mhm.
analysis that we saw, and we just
Exactly.
want you guys to know that, hey, we have inside expertise within our organization, where we're not middlemen. We're not asking other people about this stuff. This is our analysis, so we're always there to be able to let you know what's going on, and
Yeah,
that's
we got
a
our own
lot of
proprietary
value to
tools.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, we got our own proprietary tools working in the background. So it's always popping up something. We got
yeah.
a lot of these things too. So it's not just one particular thing that we're doing. So not one particular strategy, not one particular thing. We just got a lot of different things that's popping up. And then we go through our rules and we qualify each of these things that come up. And if it qualifies as a 5 star, we're going to take it. If it qualifies as a 1 star, we're going to throw it in the trash.
Yeah, I mean, we joke on here a lot, but behind the scenes, when the camera is off or whatever, we've got a lot of proprietary tools, a lot of software, a lot of technical expertise, that we
Mhm.
have at our disposal, so that not only are we running up our personal accounts, it's gotten to the point where, hey, our goal is to make sure that you're just as successful as we are. And
Exactly.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna get off my box. I just had to say that.
Hey, I
Yeah.
understand. I
Hey, and
understand.
all of our technical analysis that we're talking about is based out of this book. So,
Exactly.
boom, check it out. That's simple.
Yeah. All of it is outlined right there. But yeah, like you said, we're gonna get off our soapbox and we're gonna get ready for this trading day. So we hope that you guys can get prepared too. We hope that we share some good information with you guys that you can go out and make some money as well. And we'll see you guys Wednesday.